Hi everyone, it's Lara here. I've just got a short video for you today and it's regarding mat care. So one of the questions that we get at LK Yoga quite a lot is regarding how to look after the mats. So say you've taken your mat outside for a practice, which is something I absolutely love doing, and you got a little bit dirty, or you just had a really sweaty practice, whatever the reason is, you want to keep it nice and clean. So as you may be aware, the mats are waterproof. The surface is sealed, so you won't get any sort of ingress of bacterial dirt actually into the top surface of the mat or the underside or the sides. It's all fully sealed in the manufacture process. So in terms of cleaning it, what I generally tend to do is get a little bucket or bowl of lukewarm water, and then I tend to use a microfiber cloth. And first thing I'll do is just dip the cloth in lukewarm water, and I'll just wipe down the mat. If you've been doing hot yoga or something like that, I've actually taken them in the shower before just to make sure it's fully clean, which is something that one of my mats has experienced many a time, and it still seems to be fine. So fingers crossed, that seems to be a good way of getting rid of like serious levels of sweat. But yes, what I'll do is just a couple of times wipe it down with some lukewarm water. So just once or twice, give it a little bit of a scrub. And then what I do is I bought from Amazon just some basic little containers, which inside I put about maybe half a centimetre in the bottom to a centimetre's worth of tea tree oil, pure tea tree oil, which again I buy from Amazon, but a lot of health sort of stores would also have tea tree oil potentially. And I use the pure stuff, and then I fill the rest up with water. Tea tree oil is really strong, and one thing that you need to be a bit careful about is it can irritate your skin slightly if you have sensitive skin. Although it's perfectly natural, perfectly fine, nothing dangerous about it per se, but it can just be a little bit aggressive on the skin. So perhaps wear gloves whilst doing it, and just make sure you won't need more than about, sort of as I said, half a centimetre to a centimetre in the bottom of a bottle. I believe that this is probably about 30 mils, but I'll double check and post it in the description for you. And then what I do is just spray about 8 times down the mat, and then again get my cloth, some more mild warm water to dip it in, and then just back and forth. Again, probably about twice, rinse, squeeze the cloth, make sure it's dry, and then one more time. And I find that is a really good way to keep the mat clean. Tea tree oil also has a natural sort of antibacterial property to it, and it smells really, really nice. So I find that's a really good natural way of keeping my mat clean. Alternatively, you can buy antibacterial sprays and stuff like that, which are sort of manufactured from sort of a more chemical versus natural route, which is perfectly fine, but I just personally feel like we have a bit of a culture of germs are really, really bad, when actually like a mild level of exposure to germs and bacteria is really helpful for our immune system. Helps to teach it to deal with bugs and bacteria, so if you ever come across something a little bit more aggressive, then in future we're more prepared for it. So personally, I tend to stay away from really strong antibacterial products because I just don't think that it's really necessary. And also just in terms of like, you know, getting it on yourself, we have lots of good bacteria on us too, and we don't really want to be doing anything that could be prohibiting them. But that's just my personal opinion on it, so you're more than welcome to use that. I'll also post a list down below of lots of other different types of essential oils, as it were, that can be used that have antibacterial, sort of antifungal properties, which can just help to keep, one, the mat smelling a little bit nicer, and two, help it keep a bit cleaner. And then I found the best way to help it dry is just to hang it over like a clothes rack where you dry your clothes at home. As a yoga teacher, I sometimes have to dry like 20 at a time, and I found having a few of those and just racking my mats on it works really well. Otherwise it's like I put them on the floor and I have to like walk around them in the flat like on my tiptoes. I don't really have enough floor space for that either. surface. So I think that's the best way to do it, and if you're hanging them up, it means that any sort of water that's left on the surface can drip off, so just pop a towel underneath, and will help it dry quicker, as it will get better ventilation. So hopefully that's been helpful. As always, please feel free to leave a comment below or to ask me questions directly. You can contact us on our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you just address the message to me, Lara, then hopefully I should see it. And yeah, please do leave us your feedback, reviews, questions. It's great to hear from you guys. So have a wonderful day wherever you are, and speak to you soon. Namaste.